Welcome to the new Readiness Radar. The Readiness Radar Information Hub is designed for early childhood leaders and advocates like you to find actionable information about your community. The tool can be accessed from both the GEEARS and Get Georgia Reading websites. Readiness Radar has several features, including the ability to explore community data across the state, find early education programs, download data and profiles about your community, plus a few other features and tricks that we'll show you here. The main feature and utility of Readiness Radar is to find relevant information about our communities. From the main navigation in the left panel, you can see 4 sections. Find early learning programs, where you'll find the specific sites and locations. Get data, which includes information about schools, counties, and census tracts. Get profiles and lists, which will download information to your computer. And ATL access map, which shows supply and demand for the core Metro Atlanta counties. Since they're already showing the default view, we'll first take a look at the programs. You can see that there's 4 types of programs, and you can turn as many on as you'd like to see on the map. By default, quality rated programs are already visible, but we can add in Georgia pre-K programs, early learning programs, as well as Head Start and Early Head Start. You can also see that this gets overwhelming pretty quickly, but you can use your mouse to zoom in by scrolling. You can also use these plus and minus buttons in the bottom left, or you can type a zip code or city into the search bar in the top right. All of these will help you zoom into the map to get a better view of what's available in your community. In the same way, you can zoom back out to the state view or whichever region you'd like to look at. And you can turn each of these layers off by clicking the eye icon one more time. The next section we'll look at is Get Data. You'll see that you can view community data for schools, counties, and census tracts. If you want to look at census tracts, for instance, you click the eye icon to turn that layer on. You'll see the boundaries appear pretty quickly. You can then hover over these different topics and select the specific indicator that you'd like to view. You'll see once you click on an indicator, the map will change to show that information. If you want to turn that indicator off, you can go back to the same place and click it again. And you can also click the eye icon to turn that layer back off entirely. Similarly, the ATL access map, which shows supply and demand of early programs in the Metro Atlanta area, can be turned on using the eye icon. And again, you can hover over the different options and click the indicator you want to see. For instance, the difference between quality rated supply and the maximum demand, which shows the quality rated gap. Now we're looking at block level data for just the 5-county metro area, so you might want to zoom in. Again, you can turn this layer back off by clicking the eye icon. Now, if you don't necessarily want to map your programs or data, you just want to get a list, you can do that in a couple ways. To get a list of programs, you go to the Get Profiles and Lists section, and you can select the geography, whether it's a legislative district, a city, or a county. You turn the layer on, and you'll see new boundaries appear. So these are Georgia Senate districts. As I move my mouse, you can see that different districts appear or highlighted. By clicking on a district, you can see the options to download the early learning programs, quality rated programs, Georgia pre-K, or Head Start and Early Head Start programs. You can also download the GEEARS Early Childhood Profile. It's a PDF that will download straight to your computer. Another way to download data to your computer is by going back to Get Data. and adding whichever indicators you're interested in. As you click them, you'll notice that a table at the bottom appears by clicking on counties or census tracts or whichever layer or tab is available. You can see that you can download the information that you selected for all census tracts. You can download that with this icon in the format of an Excel file or a CSV. You can also use the selector tool in the top right underneath the base map tool to select smaller areas if you don't want to look at the whole state. By clicking this, you get an option to choose which layer you'd like to select. I'm going to choose census tracts. When you click this, you can choose to either draw a circle, draw a rectangle, or your own polygon. I'll draw my own polygon. Since I'm looking at Gwinnett, I'll choose that. And you can loosely draw the county boundaries by clicking points. And when you get back to the starting point, it'll create a selection within the area that you chose. Now back in the panel on the left, the Create Subset from Selection button appears, and I can choose that to type in Gwinnett or whatever I would like to name this. When I hit Submit and then click on Gwinnett, you now see that I have a new universe of data that is just this one county. It doesn't have to follow county lines. You can choose whatever region you'd like. If you'd like to export an image of what you've done, you can click the Share button in the top right. And you'll see options here where you can still move around and edit your map. You can move the legend around using these buttons here. You can also change the dimensions of your image if, for instance, you have a specific size you want for your web page or PowerPoint slideshow. Once you have it the way you want, you can then download it as a PNG or JPEG file, and that will download straight to your computer. You can also do it the old-fashioned way and just screenshot this map here, whichever is easiest for you.